It is time to talk about FluentCRM again because as of this video, they are about to go public with version 3.0. If you've been connected to the groups, you know that they've been doing the beta releases and they're on release candidate 2 as of the time that I'm recording this. I had an opportunity to play with it, and it is a pretty cool release, I will say. So I'm really looking forward to the full public release of version 3. And not only that, the guy emailed me, and there were a couple of cool little additions that he told me about that are not in release candidate 2 that are quite exciting to me. So let's talk about FluentCRM 3.0. So as you probably know, FluentCRM has been out for a while, and they've been on version 2 and various releases from version 2 for quite some time. But if you've been following the company, WP Managed Ninja, you know that their other tools have been getting updates recently with new UIs and stuff like that, including FluentCart, which has a great interface, right? And what they're doing is they're now modernizing their tools to bring all of them up to the same design language, and that is now coming to FluentCRM as well with version 3. It now has an entirely new look and feel in the back end, and it really has professionalized the product quite a bit. It was already a pretty professional tool, but now it's even better. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the features. Let me give you the overview here. Not all of them I have tried personally, but some of them I have, and I like where this product is for damn sure. But let's go ahead and go over what's coming up new in version 3. Now, as of this recording, FluentCRM is at version 3, release candidate 2, and that's the one that I've tested out. I actually was waiting for quite some time to update because, you know, when they put out a beta release, you're like, well, I might have some problems, right? So I did not update my main site, blogmarketingacademy.com. Now I have. And in fact, this morning I sent out my weekly newsletter, WP Edge, using FluentCRM 3 release candidate 2, and it worked pretty well. The full final release is expected pretty soon. It adds a brand new channel, which is SMS marketing, which is pretty cool. Now, I have not tested that one yet, but I will tell you a little bit more about it. It does have a rebuilt UI completely, a new email editor, which is based on Gutenberg, and some AI stuff, which I think is pretty cool. So let's talk a little bit about the SMS marketing. Now, again, I want to be clear. I can tell you about it, but I've not tested it, and it's mainly because I frankly don't have a major personal need for SMS marketing, but I know some people who do, and this is a pretty cool thing. So yes, you can basically now send and receive SMS text messages right from inside FluentCRM, which is kind of cool, right? It's two-way messaging, and it's tied right to the contact profile. Now, the replies also from those texts can go right into FluentCRM and allow you to trigger all kinds of cool things with it. Now, you can also manage the email and the SMS all from the one dashboard, and there's no separate SMS app required. Obviously, you have to tap it into a text service. It's not like FluentCRM is going to do the sending for you, but you'll be able to manage it all from inside of one place. Now, this will allow you to send out bulk text messages and do automation triggers based on text message replies. Pretty darn cool. And you'll be able to also do all the automation stuff that you could do with email. You'll be able to do them with SMS text. Now, the two options that it will work with are going to be Twilio and Amazon SNS. If you've ever worked with Amazon, you know what an absolute pain it is to use from the web side of it. So I don't know what it will be like to get set up with SNS. However, Twilio I have used in the past, not that difficult. And so if you tap into one of those, you'll be able to run text message campaigns right from inside of FluentCRM. I'm thinking things like webinar reminders, stuff like that. I can see some options, right? All right. The redesigned interface is something that everybody's going to notice if you've been using any previous version of FluentCRM. It does have a much cleaner, more consistent look and feel. It's absolutely true. the design language is very similar now to FluentCart. So if you've used FluentCart at all, it's going to feel right at home. And it's a much more professional experience than the last one. It's not like the last interface was bad, but FluentCRM 3 just looks better. There's no way around it. It does have improved navigation. There's a lot of convenience things. For example, when you're sending out a campaign, just accessing the preview is a lot easier. You can quickly send off a test email. It auto saves now when you're actually, doing your messages. So it's just a really handy system that they've put together. And apparently there is a phased rollout here. There's probably going to be some changes as this thing moves forward. The new email editor is great. It is Gutenberg, all right, which means if you've done anything with any Gutenberg editor-based block editor thing in WordPress, you're going to feel right at home now in FluentCRM. It does make it a lot easier to use. And in fact, my last issue of WP Edge, my email newsletter, I did with the new editor. And in fact, I used the opportunity to do some cleanup and some perfection of the template, and it came out really nice, very, very professional. But it's very nice to be able to have the right side panel where you can modify settings for each of the blocks, just like you do with Block Editor. Like I mentioned, it does have the auto save, which is nice because all of us have experienced with the previous version that you make some changes and it might not have saved. You could lose it. This one auto saves pretty regularly, so it works. It does have some new WooCommerce and, of course, FluentCart product display blocks. Not the kind of thing I use personally all that often. You could do drag and drop block arrangement and really some nice layouts all using Gutenberg. Now, I want to be clear in case you don't know this, but an email is inherently very, very different than a website. So at the end of the day, you are definitely not going to have all the blocks that you have available to you when you're putting together a page or a blog post. The amount of available blocks is very much stripped down because it needs to work in an email. But the fact that it's there is very handy. And also, if you get to be a little bit nerdy with it, you can even create some custom stuff that will tap into that. By the way, one thing I want to mention is now that you're using Gutenberg, you also have the use of patterns, which means you can create reusable little blocks of your own design, store them as patterns, and you'll be able to quickly and easily throw them into the editor for any email that you're doing. And that can be one massive time saver moving forward. So let's talk about the AI. Everybody's talking about AI, and this is one of the most exciting things in my world about FluentCRM 3. I mean, I'm really happy with the new interface and some of the new enhancements, some of the things that they've done just to make it easier. But AI is all the buzz lately, and they're definitely building it in, and not in a stupid way. The first thing is the built-in AI email writing assistant. So here's how it works. When you go into the global settings for FluentCRM, you're now going to have a section where you can plug in an API key for it's either OpenAI, Claude, or Gemini. And basically, once you tap it into whatever AI you want to use with an API, you will have an AI writing assistant while you're actually crafting emails, which I know for a lot of my clients is going to be handy as hell. The other thing too is that you can put in project instructions. And so just like you would if you were using ChatGPT Project or Claude Projects, you have the instructions there that kind of tell it how you want things to work. Well, you can feed that in inside the settings for FluentCRM, and then when you're actually using your AI writing assistant to write emails, it's going to do it your way. It's not going to just be generic stuff. This is a really massive time saver, and it's going to solve a lot of problems for a lot of people. Not that I'm saying just have AI write all your emails, but let's face it, a lot of people end up with writer's block when they're trying to put together a campaign or they're trying to write that email welcome sequence, and AI can be a really big help for doing that. So it's really cool that it's going to be built right in. This one is confirmed. I have seen it inside of Release Candidate 2. The settings screen is right there, so it's there. Now, Here's one that was told to me in email by somebody with the company. I've not yet seen it, but I want to hear more about it. And that is that apparently FluentCRM is getting a MCP server, which basically means that we will be able to tie FluentCRM into Claude, into ChatGPT, and interface with it via MCP, which usually is a lot more flexible. Like me personally, because I have direct CLI access to my server as well as CLI access to my client servers, I can manipulate the hell out of FluentCRM, but I'm doing it via direct command line. With an MCP server, you're going to have a lot more flexibility, and so you'll be able to use AI in conjunction with the FluentCRM MCP server to actually run operations by just talking to it. That's cool as hell. And I'm really, really anxious to try that one out. Under the hood, they are rebuilding on Vue 3, so basically this is a big part of their UI change, and that does make it a lot faster, a lot cleaner. It is definitely a noticeably faster admin panel. Obviously, there's still a server component, so if you just have a slow-ass website on a really crappy server, it's going to be what it's going to be, but overall, it is definitely a very fast experience getting around the FluentCRM. So that's what's coming up. A few little automation type things that are also coming up is you'll be able to now manually advance a contact in an automation that they're in. You could just be like, hey, bump ahead to the next one. That's pretty handy. There is better reporting, the better reporting UI. It really is a cleaner experience, both in campaigns and in the main dashboard. You have a clearer view into how your contacts are actually moving through the funnels, because when you go to automation, you click on the little stats option. It's just what you're seeing there is now easier to understand. I actually really like how that actually works. And there is support for more complex workflow logic as well. Some other things is the FluentCart abandoned cart recovery is now in there. Of course, you have to be using FluentCart for that to be relevant to you. I would love to be using FluentCart personally, but I can't yet because I have a bunch of active subscriptions with WooCommerce subscriptions. So they know I'm waiting. A lot of other people are too. As soon as I have a migration process that's going to function, I'm probably going to abandon WooCommerce like a bad habit, to be honest with you. If you care about privacy first email tracking and you're really privacy conscious in general, you do have some new options available to you. In fact, if you go over to the now FluentCRM settings for version 3, you can now disable tracking altogether. And there's also a privacy friendly version of it that will anonymize everything. So you're not going to be able to tell if a particular client opened a particular email, but you're still going to be able to get a generalized stat on how your emails are performing. So that's version 3 of FluentCRM. I think for those of you who are using FluentCRM now, you're going to find that this is definitely a worthy upgrade with a lot of really, really cool features. And as this company always does, they always go get better from here. So it's one of those things that, and they're very responsive too. I will be always, upfront with you. Sometimes when these big major releases come out, there's just a few little things that, it's like a little bug or a little tweak that needs to be made. The company has always been very responsive to those types of things. And so even I found a couple little things, like for example, in the Gutenberg email editor, if I put in a link, there was no function for me to break the link. It was kind of weird. Just stupid little things like that. But they will get it fixed, I guarantee you. And they're also extremely receptive to feedback. And that's one of the best things about it. I love the fact that the tools that are put out by FluentCRM, by the Fluent people, they're WP Managed Ninja, they are a team that's receptive. It's not like you're sitting with some big, massive corporation that just never even listens to you because you're just another number to them. With these guys, they are receptive to feedback, and that means that your tools are getting better, and that when you suggest features and little things that need to be fixed, good chance that they're going to listen to you, and I love that about their ecosystem. So that's FluentCRM 3, and I really think you're going to like it when it comes out. And speaking of emails, I think that you might want to consider getting onto the WP Edge email list. If you just head on over to blogmarketingacademy.com and get subscribed, you'll be in on it. It comes out every Monday morning. Stay on top of WordPress in 5 minutes a week. This is one of the favorite things that I do when it comes to content. I really love it, and I think you probably will too.